Well, students in more than 50 districts are heading back today. And in Grove, students will be welcomed back with a new path to education. I sat down with the superintendent to find out the new way that students are learning in Grove.
I still believe that the traditional teacher in a classroom with other students is the best way to reach the students, but I also understand that traditional school is not for everybody.
Grove Public School Superintendent Pat Dodson is an old-fashioned kind of school administrator, but he knows the district has to stay ahead of the curve when it comes to how students are educated. That's why this year he's launching the district's very own online virtual school.
It's called eGrove. The Grove stands for Grove Ridge Runner Online Virtual Education.
It works out for you.
Yeah, it works out great.
He hired a virtual school coordinator who's also a certified teacher to help online students. But that term, online student, doesn't hold much weight because those students can still have a social school experience and be connected to the school community.
Let's say they want to play football. They can take one class brick and mortar, but they can still have the rest of their classes online. Or if they want to be part of our robotics team, or we have an award-winning band.
Dotson says he knows the district will have to work out the kinks in the first year, but getting into the online school game is vital to the district succeeding, with the superintendent seeing more and more students leave for online schooling.
More than likely they come back to us and it seems like they're a little behind, and then we end up having to catch them up, and sometimes the test scores when they're away from school for a long time, we are responsible for their scores, but they haven't been in front of our teachers all this time.
But no matter if a student learns online or in the classroom, the superintendent says they'll have all the tools they need to succeed.
We want success for our kids. We want them to leave our school districts being prepared to tackle anything that they want to pursue in their career.
And you remember the Grove area experienced a lot of high water and a lot of flooding in May and June. The superintendent says, though, luckily no school buildings were affected. He said their administrative offices, where we did that interview, were affected. They had to move some filing cabinets. They had to actually get a company in to like dry out the papers and stuff, but didn't really affect any school preparations or any school buildings. So luckily kids can kind of go back to school pretty much normal. But like I told you earlier, he said a lot of them didn't really get a summer because they couldn't get out on the lake right there for the entire month of June, most of July. So kind of a short summer break there, but definitely heading back to school or not heading back to school. They might be staying home to go to school now.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.